the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. The Mavs, guys, are still a threat to go deep into the playoffs as long as they have Dirk on their team. But with him aging and no clear superstar to take the reins from him, Kenny, how much longer will Dallas be a legit threat?
Ooh, Ernie, this might be it, man. A year at most, of having a chance to reach the finals, the way the team is constructed, So, last year in the second half of the season, they struggled. They went 15, I think, and 15 out of 7 after the All-Star break, 15
and 17, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a different team as the season goes on. So they need to find some youth somewhere.
I'm not saying this year or next year, but soon they're going to have to do a major rebuild because, they spent so long adding vets to the team. They're trading them for youthful guys, but really not working right now. So, again, they're going to have to do a major rebuild sometime here.
And now time for tip-off. We send it to Kevin Harlan, who has the call.
It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Looking at the Lakers, they want to turn it around after the loss to Sacramento. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, that's always a disadvantage when you get blasted on the glass. They needed to do a much better job of getting inside position. And if you can't do that, it's going to be a long day on the backboards.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Ellis is out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark, they only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
That one is no good.
You look at Dallas, and that team didn't rely too much on the mid-range or the short game last season, but they could have. They shot 70% from 12 feet and in, excluding drives. That's pretty good.
Chandler kicks to Ellis. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And Davis gets it to go. For the Mavs, and that 70% shooting from 12 feet and in, a lot of Dirk high posts and push shots from their guards will do that.
It isn't the most efficient shot by analytics, but there is a lot to be had in the mid-range. If teams only protect the 3 and the rim, you can feast on them with the little short push shots, and the Mavs did that last season.
Here's Kobe after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket, and they call an illegal screen here.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here. making 40% so far to start out the game. It's good. Great play set up by Barea.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
The drive by Russell. Shoots the three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Barea kicks to Ellis. Feeds to Barea. Back to Ellis. Chandler is screen. Off the screen. And it's Dallas with another.
Dirk Nowitzki homing in on offense.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Russell dishes to Young. Outside for Kobe. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Fires the three. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Russell passes to Young. Davis sets a screen. And Young, here we go. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Parsons outside. And Barea has it in the corner. Dallas moving the ball around. Kobe with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Kobe's got it with a fast break chance. It's rebounded by Dallas. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Yeah, it's really plain as pound cake. They're the better team. I mean, they'll look to prove it again here tonight.
Parsons' shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Nowitzki following the miss by Kobe Bryant. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. On the wing, Ellis, defended by Young. 4 on the clock. Barea dishes to Parsons. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. To the paint and stolen by Parsons. He kicks to Barea. Here's Nowitzki. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Davis. Pass to Kobe. Back to Davis. And stolen by Nowitzki. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Ellis with the ball. Barea kicks to Parsons. And Davis sends it back. Now here is Young. Pass to Bryant. And Chandler sends it back. Parsons outside. Chandler right side. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now, here is Russell. He's tightly guarded. And there's the pass to Kobe. The fadeaway. The Mavericks pull it in. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Mavericks?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Going back to Nowitzki, his value at this point of his career cannot be measured by stats alone.
Exactly, and that's what wasn't there last year, that great team of guys around him, because that's really when he's at his very best. He can still fill it up fast, and he's one of the smartest players in the league, too.
Here's Barea after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Nowitzki a screen. They set the pick. The feed to Parsons. Dishes it to Nowitzki. Here's Barea. Nowitzki kicks to Ellis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Russell passes to Hill. Screened by Russell. Hill dishes to Boozer. 5 on the clock. Kobe with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. A three-pointer, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Parsons kicks to Chandler. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage. You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. I mean, Chandler makes all the difference on defense, and that's why teams will just still want him even late in his career.
Los Angeles with some changes. Randall's checked in for Hill. Johnson comes in for Young. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Kobe. Then for the Mavericks, Samuel Dalembert. He's checked in for Chandler. Stoudemire comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Devin Harris subbed in for J.J. Barea. Now, here's Clarkson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And Ellington's checked in for the Lakers. And Dallas with a change here too. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Free throw good. Clarkson. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Now, here's Clarkson. Ari Stoudemire missing his last shot. There's the triple. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 6. Ellis kicks to Aminu. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Aminu, the pass to Dalembert. Can't get it to go.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
For 3, Ellington. And Carlos Boozer gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. but he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
Lakers trail by 8. Here's Johnson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Charity stripe shot. Kept alive. And yes, sir, that one drops.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Harris up top. He's covered by Clarkson. And Samuel Dalembert picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer Ellington. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Harris kicks to Dalembert. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 5-point game. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, a bit ago, Myron Scott and I were able to chat. Defending Amari Stoudemire is always a challenge, but Coach said he's even tougher now that he's developing his back-to-the-basket game. He said Amari can drive, shoot, and now post. He's going to get his points. We've just got to do our best to keep him away from the rim and deny him second-chance opportunities. A tall task, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
And the Lakers call time here.
You know, getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you, but you want to do one thing: limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build, it's best to play him around half the game if you can.
Lakers trail by 7.
You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense. I mean, this guy's been around a long time, and there are very few that are quicker than him with the ball.
Now, here's Dalembert. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
First one falls for him.
And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
And Harris drops them both. Well, last season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked Clark the 12th time it happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. The Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is.
6 on the shot clock. Clarkson kicks to Ellington. And the shot is good. Ellington's got 5.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Mavericks leading by 7. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for teams trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. The dish to Johnson. Off target from outside. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the score by Dallas, Boozer gets the bucket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And D'Alembert kicks to Ellis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Clarkson. Stoudemire grabs the board. Stoudemire's got his 3rd rebound on the night. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Boozer. It's 2-on-1. Here's Ellington. And Samuel D'Alembert picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his 2nd foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
The Lakers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Randall. Harris against Nash. Screen by D'Alembert. Ellis outside. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's Dallas up by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly, he talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players, you know, whether it be timeout, whether it be halftime, whether it be pulling guys to the side, you know, in practice. When you have that going on, you see multiple guys doing that, that's when you know you have a good team.
Don't you need a player like this, of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room because Chandler has got that covered.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. J.J. Barea is out there with Devin Harris, and it's Stoudemire in at center. The Mavericks leading. Down low. And it's Nowitzki missing. Oh, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season, the breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, I think, correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
And Parsons gets it to go.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Here's Nash. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. The drive by Russell. Young with no one around. From outside, off the mark. Dallas leading by 4. In the corner, Parsons with it. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Chandler's checked in. Here's Nowitzki. The 15-footer. Good. Nowitzki's got 15.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
The drive by Russell. Can't hit from in close.
Defensively, they just weren't there. I mean, that's a freebie. Should have been 2 points.
And finished off by Parsons.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Kobe.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Rejected by Nowitzki. Down low. And Parsons slams it in.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Dirk Nowitzki, what can you say? Future Hall of Famer, too many accolades to list, but most important, NBA champion and Greg Finals MVP in 2011.
Yeah, and Kevin, history has proven time and time again, you really need a future Hall of Famer on your team to win a championship. Just look at all the teams that have won the title through the years.
And the Lakers call time here.
You know, back to Nowitzki being that Hall of Famer, you need to win a championship. Guys like LeBron, Duncan, Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Bird, Isaiah, all Hall of Fame guys who led their teams to the championship.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
And talking about Nowitzki as one of the greatest players ever, he's also one of the most unique players ever. His ability to score back to the basket from up to 18 feet really, to me, is unbelievable. Without that unique skill, the Dallas Mavericks have no rings.
Here's Barea following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Left block shot on the way. Nowitzki, no good. Lakers trail by 8. Top of the key, Russell. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And Chandler throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power
shots, gentlemen. 2.
And polished. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matchups.
Yeah, and never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
Nowitzki dishes to Barea. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Kobe passes to Hill. Shot is no good. Chandler with the defensive effort. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Mavericks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
And Harris drops them both. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
Here's Barea following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Nowitzki a screen. They set the pick. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Chandler with a screen for Harris. Rocket 6. That's good from Chandler on the assist from Parsons. Chandler's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs. And it's Hill penetrating. That's good. Hill's got 4 this quarter.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Chandler's shot, good.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Lakers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Kobe. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark. Lakers trail by 8. Young's shot is off. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Bryant. Shoots from the elbow. The Mavericks pull it in. Chandler's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach
who goes with his own perception.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Harris dishes to Chandler. He feeds it to Parsons. Kicks it to Barea. Passes to Nowitzki. It's stolen by Davis. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. He dishes it to Davis.
I'll tell you what, man, it looks as though the light is officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Julius Randle's checked in for Hill. Johnson comes in for Young. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Kobe. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Russell. And then for Dallas, Samuel Dalembert, who's checked in for Nowitzki. Aminu comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Ellis in for Devin Harris. And both free throws good for Davis. Barea with it. There's the triple. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4. Well, going back to Ed Davis, his rebounds, field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside, and Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence growing. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential. And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Now, here's Clarkson, guarded by Barea. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And the layup is good. Clarkson's got 5.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Ellington kicks to Clarkson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Clarkson's got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now Barea. He has 5. Screened by Ellis. Shoots from the high post. The rebound by Johnson.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Ellington. He's got 7, and that one's good.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Now here's Barea. D right on him. Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Elbow shot is on the way. Rebounded by Ellis.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
A nice shot by Barea.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Boozer, he's checked in for Ed Davis. And Dallas also making a switch. Amari Stoudemire, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. Feeds to Johnson. Now, here's Clarkson, guarded by Barea. A floater, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Clarkson.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
The Lakers shooting in this game 45%. Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but the window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they're starting to have to build for the future.
Mavericks leading by 4. Pass to Aminu. Stoudemire, the screen. Aminu with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Ellis can't get it to go.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Now, here's Aminu. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Stoudemire, here we go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is. Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Monte Ellis, and that one's good. Clarkson's got 11.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
He kicks it to Johnson. Off target from three-point range. Correa. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Mavericks lead by 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to enabling your team to control the tempo of this game throughout this first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
It all came together in that first 24 minutes. Tyson, thanks for the time, guys.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Dirk Nowitzki was the story in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, the shots were dropping for him. I mean, it was just dropping out of everywhere, dropping out the ceiling, dropping out the popcorn guy, man's hand, whatever. It didn't matter what the defense was. They found a way to get a good look almost every time. They just got to be patient, take as long as they need to keep finding those high percentage shots.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half, but that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
The second half beginning in just a moment. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Lakers trail by 8. Well, we've got a moment left to set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Lakers. Russell is out there with Kobe. Then it's Young. Then there's Hill. And it's Davis in at the 4 slot. Lakers shooting about 42% so far. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs. Saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
Great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
Here's Kobe after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. And Kobe gets it to go.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Here's Barea and the pass to Nowitzki. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. 21 points for Nowitzki.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And here is Los Angeles now after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Shots good by Ellis. Ellis has got 8 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Bryant tries in. Misses from close range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Nowitzki can't hit, and the Lakers take it the other way.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Bryant with it. Now guarded by Parsons. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Hill against Parsons. Nowitzki for 3. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And Bryant kicks to Young. To halt the run, Chandler with the block.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Nowitzki. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Shot clock at 6. There's the feed to Parsons. Shoots from the elbow. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist from Parsons. Parsons got his 3rd assist on the night. The Lakers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
Timeout called the Lakers. For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
Check in for Dallas. On defense, the Mavericks. Russell with it. Picked up by Ellis. And Bryant kicks to Hill. And too long on the shot.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Here's Harris following the bucket by the Lakers. Ellis with a screen on Young. Dishes to Ellis. Back to Parsons. Harris against Kobe. Shot clock at 5. Harris passes to Ellis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Bryant drives in. Rejected by Nowitzki. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 5 assists tonight. Dallas leading by 14. Ellis kicks to Nowitzki. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Kobe dishes to Young. The Lakers working the ball around now. Russell passes to Kobe. Pick up by Hill. Davis with a screen on Ellis. And Kobe, here we go. Off target on the 15-footer.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Young with the steal. Inside. Kobe kicks to Russell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Russell's got 6 points.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Ellis with it. Picked up by Bryant. Here's Chandler, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
And the Mavericks call time here.
You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
Checked in for the Lakers. Mavericks leading by 14.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense.
Now here's Chandler. He's got 16, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Harris against Nash. Back to Harris. To the paint. Here's Nowitzki. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers trail by 14. And here's Russell. He's got 8. Nash left side. But Trey. Good good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Maverick shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders, and it's sent back by Hill. Ellis wide open. The Mavericks rebound, and the basket by Harris.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
Nash dishes to Russell. Second chance shot, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. 2nd in points off turnover, 3rd in scoring. And they also showed up in the top 5 in fewest turnovers. When you squeeze the orange and take care of the basketball like they do, you put yourself in position to win.
And go back to points off those turnovers. I mean, teams really get caught unprepared to deal with that blitzing style, that trapping, diving in the passing lanes, and then running it down your throat in transition.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, and you know, the Mavs got bounced out by the Rockets in 5 games in round 1. They were able to avoid the sweep, but losing the first 3 was way too much to overcome.
Stolen by Boozer. Nash outside for the 3. And play stops as it looks like they called over the back here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Randall's checked in for Hill. Nowitzki against Boozer. Clarkson passes to Nash. Outside Boozer. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Boozer's got 6.
And for Dallas in the playoffs, really, it didn't help to have the Rondo drama going on at the time. Even if that hadn't happened, though, you got the feeling that they were overmatched against a red-hot Houston team.
Lakers trail by 11. Nash kicks to Boozer. Pulls up on the wing. That's good. Boozer's got 4 points this quarter. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Harris kicks to Ellis. Beyond the arc. A rebound by the Lakers. Boozer's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nash against Harris. It's Nash with the drive. No one near him. And again, it's the Lakers.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
He had stolen by Randall. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Randall.
Another bucket in the paint? That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Parsons. 9 points in the game so far. Nowitzki dishes to Ellis. Nowitzki a screen. Parsons outside. Dallas again missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Nash kicks to Clarkson. Takes the 13-footer. No good. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. Mavericks leading by 7. Parsons attacking. And he gets it to go. Parsons got 11.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Boozer, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Ellis kicks to Parsons. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third. Johnson outside. Nash outside. Johnson wide open. He fires. Not enough on that one as it misses. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters before the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Lakers. And then for Dallas, Samuel Dalembert, who's checked in for Nowitzki. Aminu comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Devin Harris.
You know, for Carlos Boozer, last year was a bit peculiar. I mean, after being a key player for several playoff teams throughout his career, he landed on the Lakers where the playoffs were nowhere in sight. Tough environment for a veteran to succeed in.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And getting back to Boozer, last year he was claimed off amnesty waivers by the Lakers. Now, Los Angeles paid $3.25 million of his salary, while the Bulls paid the remaining $13.5 million of his salary.
And getting away from the contract, you know, he actually had a decent year. Shot over 50% from the field, strong rebounds per minute average. I mean, he's a professional. He went in and did his job.
That free throw good from Aminu. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA, but this last season with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points, but he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Mavericks leading by 11. Stoudemire outside. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Stoudemire, the pass to Barea. There's the dish to Dalembert. 6 to shoot. Here's Aminu. Dallas, no good that time either.
Yeah, and on the topic of Aminu, he's a bit of a tweener. Doesn't have quite the quickness and ball handling skills the top small forwards have. Doesn't have the bulk or grit to match up against the better power forwards. He's a hard fit for what you want to have done at that position. Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around, straight bully ball.
Lakers trail by 15. Up top, Kobe. He's guarded by Ellis. Stolen by Ellis. Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And Jefferson wide open. He shoots, buries the long-range jumper. Jefferson's got his first 3 points of the game. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 18. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. but we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Ellis. On the floor for Dallas, starting the fourth quarter here. Dirk and Chandler are the pair up front. Ante and Parsons at the 2 and 3. And it's Barea in at the point guard position. Lakers trail by 20. Russell kicks to Young. Back to Russell. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Here's Barea. Chandler dishes to Nowitzki. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And so here is Dallas. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And Parsons kicks to Ellis. Chandler with a screen for Ellis. Parsons for 3. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got his 8th assist here tonight.
The three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of creating good looks from the outside, and now they've really got it going.
Now here's Davis, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scorers of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
And Kobe being Bryant, the only 30,000-point scorer to go along with 6,000 assists. You know, LeBron might be the next in line to join Kobe in that category.
Harris is checked in for the Mavericks. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And for Kobe, people have always joked that he's a ball hog and only looks to score. Well, he's the only guy in the history of the league right now with 30,000 points.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Outside Russell. And here's Young from the arc. And that's collected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside, here's Chandler, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
The drive by Bryant shoots from the elbow. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Harris kicks to Chandler. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
Bryant passes to Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this, high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Tarek Black, he's checked in for Hill. Brown comes in for Young. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bryant. And Nash is subbed in for Russell.
Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. And I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long.
Davis sets a screen. Nash drives in to the middle. Davis dishes to Black. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Greg, you're talking about the D-League. Not really a moneymaker yet, but it's really benefited, Clark, the NBA in so many ways.
Clearly has, Kevin, a place to train new players, officials, and executives or management, a way to test out possible rule changes. I think building revenue is the focus, though, and the players make a small salary, but the NBA Developmental League is helping the NBA be better.
Nash comes with the double team. Dallenberg, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Brown, banked in off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter, really getting it done. Here's Aminu, and stolen by Ellington. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Brown. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Mavericks leading by 23. Davis with the double team. Pass to Aminu. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Here's Black. Can't get it to go. Chandler with the defensive effort. Kicks to Barea. To the middle. Chandler the pass to Dallenberg. Here's Aminu. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Nash. And Chandler throws it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Nash kicks to Davis. And it's sent back from Dallenberg. Barea dishes to Harris. Here's Aminu. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Aminu's got 6 in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
To the inside, and Dallenberg with the slam.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
The Lakers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Davis sets a screen. Here's Nash. Here's Black. Here's Davis. And he lays it straight in.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
A shot by Dallenberg, no good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Passes it to Black. Lakers passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Nash. And too long on the shot. And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective, hope. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
Lakers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. He feeds it to Black. Here's Randall. Oh, that's blocked. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Dallas. Jefferson comes in for J.J. Barea. Brown with it. Al-Farouq Amino covering. Picked by Randall. Ellington the pass to Randall. That's good. Randall's gone 3 for 7 tonight. Felton kicks to Villanueva. It's stolen by Randall. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Brown's got the ball. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Felton.
Well, you know, 1 season in the books with the NBA's new replay center, and so far, so good. I mean, the replays are averaging about 45 seconds apiece, and getting the officials the angles they need quickly to make the right call.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or 2, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Nash, and it's sent back from Talonbear. Right side Jefferson, down low. And Talonbear with the slam.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Black. Mavericks with the rebound.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Felton dishes to Aminu. Outside Felton. Another 3 for Dallas.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Brown, good.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Felton kicks to Dallenberg, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That free throw good from Dallenberg. One thing about Sam Dallenberg, he has been an outstanding defender over the course of his career. Really, guys, the consummate rim protector.
Great length and quickness with timing as a shot blocker. Ended last season 8th on the all-time blocks list among active players.
And the Lakers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. They set the screen. Nash against Felton. Fires from the line. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
One shot.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
You know, going back to Dallenberg, only 32 games played last season for him. It was the fewest games played in his career. Amazingly, though, he still averaged over 1 block and 5 rebounds in just 17 minutes a game.
And when you talk about Dallenberg, he really remained the same guy throughout his career, a rebounder, defender. Offensively, he was mostly dunks, not many assists. A guy who could impact the game while playing with his limitations, And really not everyone can do that.
It's stolen by Jefferson. He dishes it to Villanueva. Out left to the wing.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks. They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
The open shot by Johnson. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
And guys, teams with the #1 overall pick tend to go very deep in the playoffs. Just the nature of how the NBA lottery and rebuilding structure works.
Yeah, and in the playoffs last season, every team in the conference semis but one had a #1 overall pick on their roster, so that one team was the Grizzlies.
In the corner, it's Ellington. Shot clock at 3. Unloads. Again, the miss by Johnson. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a galley win for the Mavericks.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark could seem toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Chandler. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
No one near Felton as he lets it go. Dallas again missing. In the corner, it's Ellington. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Dirk Nowitzki. And Dirk, what was the key to the team's success inside tonight?
Well, I think our points of pain come more in transition. We got to push the ball. That's where we are best. We're not really a slow, grinded out kind of team. But if we do have to, and it's a slow game, then we got to find a way to penetrate some, make the defense collapse, and finish around the basket some. I was able to get in there some, so that was big for us, play inside out.
Dirk, great job. Thank you so much. Kevin, you don't necessarily always need a post to score inside.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Tyson Chandler. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
Tyson Chandler is some kind of big man, guys. Just his defensive presence alone, and he's efficient offensively, even though he might not do it on a nightly basis. But I mean, he does so many positive things to impact the basketball game.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.